After exiting the Grand Old Party, Gaurav Vallabh reiterated his reasons for leaving the party. Now, Gaurav also lashed out of the Congress for this stance and inaction on multiple issues. But what prompted him to make that decision? Let me take that question to the man himself, as Gaurav Vallabh joins me exclusively on Mirror Now. Mr. Vallabh, thank you very much for taking the time out and joining us here to better understand the reason behind the decision. Let me begin by asking you this. Now, you have defended the Congress for so long on shows, but how are you going to defend your move this time?
I had never defended anti-Sanatan move. I had never defended Congress party's decision not to attend Pran Pratishtha. I had never defended criticizing each and every wealth creator of our country. I had never done this thing. I had tried to convince Congress party that keeping a silence approval, keeping a mum approval to the people who are criticizing Sanatan, abusing Sanatan, and Congress senior leaders and the allies partners were abusing Sanatan, and Congress party was silent. That is not acceptable, that is not tolerable, that is not excusable. Point number one. Point number two, when Bhagwan Shri Ram's Pran Pratishtha invitation was there in front of Congress party decided not to attend, and they are giving that in writing. Why this had happened? Because there is no ground connect with the Congress party leaders. The people who are writing and drafting those had not contested a class monitor election in their life, and they are drafting those letters. They are simply PAs, personal assistants, nothing more than that. They can't run the ideology of they can't dictate the ideology of the Congress party. And point number three, in a lust and endeavor to criticize Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, Congress party had started criticizing their own policies. Right now, economically, Congress party is criticizing the liberalization, privatization and globalization policy of Dr. Manmohan Singh ji and P.V. Narasimha Rao sahab. So that is not tolerable, that is not excusable. Because of these three reasons, I left the Congress party, and with the grace of God, I had never defended these three sins. These three things are PAP, and I was not part of PAP in my tenure with the Congress party.
Mr. Vallabh, as you point that out, let me ask you this then. Did you try telling the Congress leadership, and when did you last reach out to them?
All parties, Congress parties, all senior leaders, I had shared these concerns. For last 4 months I had done this. But the ground level connect was lost. Congress party is having a belief on the advice of personal assistants. So personal assistants can't run the Congress parties. PAs can't run the Congress party. I can't be a part of the PA Congress. I can't be a part of the All India Chaplus Committee. I can't be a part of the Anti-Sanatan Congress. I can't be a part of Anti-Bhagwan Ram's Pran Pratishtha Congress.
No, Mr. Gaurav, I'm trying to understand, when was the last time you reached out to the Congress leadership?
I gave my opinion to each and every senior Congress party leader in last 3-4 months. All these points I had shared with them, but they were silent, as if they don't agree with the concerns which I had raised. So then what to do?
All right, then what about the BJP's NDA 400 Par? There are still regions that pose a challenge for the BJP, but is the BJP's performance also the reason for your Congress exit, if you may say so?
Let me give you a detailed answer, because I am the person who answers everything on facts, on checking the ground reality. But I can tell you one thing, from the perspective of two states, Jharkhand and Rajasthan, because I had contested elections from both the states. In Jharkhand and Rajasthan, Congress party can't win a single seat, that I can assure you.
Mr. Vallabh, let me ask you this before I let you go. What, according to you, is the reason for the exodus from the Congress to the BJP?
Because directionless. Suddenly you will start tampering of EVM issue. Next day you will start with the caste census. Next day you will start with abusing the wealth creators. Next day suddenly you will pick up the unemployment issue. A opposition should have a policy of constructive criticism, rachnatmak alochna. If opposition is not able to give solutions to the problems, that is just abusing and running is not the work of opposition political party. Is not the work of the principal opposition party, that is Congress. Congress is neither able to or strives to come in power, nor they are able to play the role of the constructive criticism based opposition. So what Congress party is doing, the personal assistants of the ex-ministers are running the show. They don't know what is the ground reality. The people who are running the show had not contested the election of the monitor. So that is the reason Congress is at that stage. Congress should come out openly and support Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji's dream of making the India as a developed nation by 2047. That is expected from the principal opposition party like Congress. They should give a constructive suggestion for making India a developed nation. Just saying that it can't be possible is not what aspiring India, young India or middle class India is looking for.
Right, Mr. Vallabh, I appreciate you joining us on the broadcast here and sharing with us what really prompted that decision of yours, and of course drawing things into perspective as to what you really made or where the Congress party lies at the moment. We're going to have to leave the conversation at that.